Revealed, the incredible story of the homeless girl whose piano skills changed everything forever. In the heart of a struggling downtown neighborhood lived a girl named Mia, barely 13 but already carrying burdens heavier than most adults. She shared a cramped room with her mother in a shelter, their lives tangled in the chaos of addiction and financial despair. Yet, fate had woven an unexpected thread into Mia's bleak existence. One day, while seeking solace in the community room, she stumbled upon an old, dusty piano, discarded yet still standing defiantly. As her fingers grazed the worn keys, a wave of magic washed over her. Each note reverberated through her soul, igniting dreams of a brighter future against the backdrop of her turbulent life. Days at the shelter were filled with challenges. The laughter of children served as both a melody and a taunt when Mia faced relentless bullying at school. Her classmates teased her about her faded clothes and the shelter, their cruel words piercing her heart. Adults often overlooked her, their own struggles clouding their vision. To them, Mia was an invisible girl, lost in a world that couldn't understand her pain. But within that shelter, a community thrived, a mosaic of stories woven together. Veterans shared tales of valor, families leaned on each other, and local heroes became their source of hope. It was in this environment, amidst shared laughter and sorrow, that Mia found a family she never thought she'd have. Mia's piano skills blossomed, filling the air with emotions often left unspoken. One rainy afternoon, as she practiced, a local community leader witnessed her talent. Enchanted by the passion she poured into each piece, he recognized something special. Hope flickered within Mia, visions of a talent show danced in her mind. It was her chance, her shot at recognition and escape. Still, doubt clawed at her. Would her mother's struggles consume her? Would she drown under expectations and family shadows, or could she rise like the notes she played? As the talent show day dawned, excitement buzzed in the air. Mia stood backstage, heart racing. Applause surged from the audience, a sea of hopeful faces, but to her, those sounds felt like they were miles away. Would she allow her fears to smother her dreams? Lurking in the shadows was that familiar wave of prejudice, a snicker here, a sarcastic remark there. The weight of societal expectations loomed large like a storm cloud over her. But just as self-doubt threatened to pull her under, a melody echoed gently in her heart, reminding her of the love and support that surrounded her. The faces of her friends and the warmth of their encouragement surged through her. Before we continue, I need to let you know about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, hit that bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can drop a like, it really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen. Now let's continue. Stepping into the spotlight, Mia took a deep breath and felt time slow. This was more than just a performance, it was a declaration of her worth. Would her music break down walls? Could she seize this moment, standing tall not just for herself but for everyone who had cheered her on? As she lifted her hands to the keys, she felt the rhythm of hope coursing through her veins. The stage was set, but the tension thickened the air. Would she dare to dream? All eyes were on her, and the world waited, breath held, for the story to unfold. As Mia settled in front of the piano, the spotlight warmed her face, a small comfort against the chill of her anxiety. Her heart raced like a hummingbird's wings. She glanced down at the keys, some shiny, some dulled with age, and took another deep breath. The chatter from the audience became a distant hum, replaced by the thrumming of her heartbeat. With a gentle touch, she pressed down on the first note. It rang out, clear and vibrant. Each note poured from her fingers as though they tapped directly into her emotions, transforming her fears into music. She let the melody swell, weaving together her hopes, her sorrow, and every tear she'd ever cried. Mia closed her eyes, imagining the faces of her friends back at the shelter, their laughter, their shared stories of struggle, the way they held each other up in moments of weakness. They believed in her when she didn't believe in herself. Each note became a tribute to their resilience. As the music flowed, memories of lonely nights and harsh words faded into the background, overshadowed by the warmth of what she had created. The song built, swelling like a wave, and she began to lose herself in the magic of it all. She poured every ounce of her heart into the performance. The rhythm raced, her fingers dancing over the keys, spilling emotion like a painter with vibrant colors. Gasps erupted from the crowd as she reached the crescendo, her adrenaline surging just as she reached the penultimate chord. And then, just as quickly, it shifted to something soft, a haunting lull, a whisper of calm. The audience leaned in closer, captivated. When she finally struck the last chord, silence hung in the air like a held breath. Mia opened her eyes to see a sea of faces, mouths agape, eyes shimmering with unshed tears. The moment felt suspended in time, as if she had pulled the audience into her world, a world of struggle, hope, and the sheer power of music. Then, like the breaking of a dam, the room erupted in applause. A wave of sound washed over her, enveloping her in warmth. Heart pounding in her chest, she turned to soak in the cheers. She didn't just perform, she connected. For the first time, she felt seen, she felt heard, not just as the homeless girl, but as Mia, the musician. But as the applause surged, shadows of self-doubt tried to seep back in. What came next? Could this moment change everything? Would her mother's struggles threaten her newfound sense of identity? The familiar gnaw of uncertainty crept back, tinged with fear of what lay ahead. Suddenly, in the midst of that celebration, Mia noticed a figure in the back, someone she hadn't expected. A familiar face, her mother, standing at the edge of the crowd, eyes wide with astonishment. Time folded in on itself as their gazes locked. Mia's heart raced even faster. Could this performance open a door for understanding between them? As the last echoes of applause faded, Mia stepped off the stage, feeling lighter yet more anxious than ever. She had made her mark, but would her mother embrace her gift or turn away from the sight of her broken dreams? In that very moment, with uncertainty hovering in the air, Mia found herself at a crossroads. Would she find the courage to confront her mother, to bridge the distance that had grown between them, or would fear grip her heart, leaving her trapped in silence once again? The answer felt just beyond her reach, heavy with the weight of choices yet to come. Mia stepped off the stage, applause still ringing in her ears like distant thunder. Her heart danced between excitement and dread as she approached the crowd, but her eyes fixated on her mother. There she stood, a figure etched in disbelief, with eyes that seemed to flicker between pride and shame. As Mia crossed the floor, her mind raced. The cheers felt like fragile glass around her, threatening to shatter under the weight of her fears. Would her mother say something? Would she turn away? The warmth of the crowd wrapped around her, but all Mia could think of was the cold distance that hung between her and the woman she had once called Mom. Mom. The word slipped out, hesitant, as if the sound of it could reverse time, bring back the days when they shared laughter, not silence. The noise enveloping her faded, leaving just the two of them suspended in this fragile moment. Her mother blinked, the shimmer of unshed tears reflecting a battle within. There was confusion, a hint of anger, but also something deeper. A desire to connect. Mia's heart quickened. Maybe this was her chance to finally break through the wall that divided them. Suddenly, a young girl broke through the crowd, rushing towards Mia with wild enthusiasm. It was Tara, one of her friends from the shelter, beaming with as much joy as Mia had felt on stage. "You were amazing. Did you see Mom?" "Yes, here," Tara exclaimed, looking between Mia and her mother, a smile plastered on her face as if she were witnessing a long-awaited reunion. Mia's mother cut her eyes to Tara, then back to Mia, as if just realizing the connection. "You knew?" The question was laced with disbelief. "I wanted to come," but Mia's mother began, then faltered, searching for words like shards of glass. "I didn't know if I could face you." "Face me?" Mia echoed, feeling defensive, hurt. "You're the one who left. I thought you didn't want anything to do with me." Her mother took a step forward, looking smaller than Mia remembered. I couldn't handle it. Leaving was a mistake, but so was trying to pretend we didn't exist to each other. Mia felt a thorn of anger mixed with guilt. This was her mother, the woman who had caused so much hurt yet had the power to mend it. I poured everything into that song. I wanted you to hear it. I wanted you to see me, to see who I've become. The crowd around them buzzed with energy, conversations mingling around shattered barriers of silence. Mia's heart thudded loudly against her ribcage. This was it, the truth laid bare in front of her mother. Would she see the girl standing in front of her, or just the girl who had been lost? I came because I thought I had lost you. I thought I'd never get to hear you again, her mother replied softly, her voice raw. I didn't want to ruin what you'd built. Mia breathed heavily, the air thick between them. I feel lost, Mom. I've been fighting to find myself, to find something that matters. But all I see now is someone who walked away. Her mother's eyes glistened as she took a tentative step forward, almost as if approaching a wild animal. I can't change the past. But I want to try to understand, Mia. Show me who you are now. Hope flickered in Mia's chest like a candle catching the wind. Perhaps this was the opening she had longed for, not just to be a musician but to be fully recognized. But part of her still hesitated, fearful of being hurt again. Could she really trust her mother? As doubts brewed beneath her tentative optimism, Mia felt a conflict surge within. What if she opened this door only to have it slammed shut again? In that charged silence, Mia stood at the edge of a potential healing. The sound of ongoing applause faded into the background, creating a cocoon just for them. Would she step forward into vulnerability or keep her heart shielded? The moment stretched, thick with unspoken words and lingering tension. Then, as thoughts spiraled, she clasped her hands tightly, searching for the courage to leap. Would she embrace the chance for connection, understanding, and perhaps even forgiveness? Or would she retreat into the darkness of doubt once more? Time hung heavy, the answer perched on the tip of her tongue, ready to spill out. But would she choose to speak it? Mia felt her heart race. This was the moment she had imagined countless times, the chance to voice her fears, her hopes, and maybe even her pain. But the words tangled in her throat, heavy and unyielding. She glanced at her mother, searching for something, an invitation, perhaps, or a flicker of understanding that might embolden her to speak. Mia. Her mother's voice was gentle, coaxing. What are you feeling? The question stirred a tempest within. I don't know, Mom. I don't know if I should forgive you. I don't know if I even want to. Do you have any idea what it's like to feel abandoned? To think that someone you loved, someone who was supposed to be there, just left. The crowd around them continued to buzz, oblivious to the storm brewing in this intimate space. A few heads turned, intrigued by the emotional tension unfolding just a few feet away. Her mother stammered, emotion swelling in her throat. I never wanted to leave you. You were my whole world, but I felt so lost. I thought, by leaving, I was protecting you. Protecting me? Mia echoed incredulously, her voice rising. You thought disappearing was protecting me? I needed you to fight for me, to be there no matter what. I needed a mother. Her mother's eyes glistened, drowning in regret. I know. I was selfish. I thought I was saving you from my mistakes. Mia's anger faltered, entangled with confusion and hurt. Hadn't she spent years trying to fill the void left behind? I had to learn to take care of myself, and it was hard. I didn't even think you would care enough to come back. Seeing you up there, I realized how deeply I've missed you. The talent you have, the life you're building. Her mother's voice cracked. I've never stopped thinking about you, Mia. With each word, they stepped closer to a bridge, yet Mia hesitated at its edge. You think it's easy to walk back into my life? You think I can just forget? No, I don't expect that, her mother said, tears spilling down her cheeks. But I'm here now, and I want to help you carry this burden, even if it takes a lifetime to understand. The sincerity in her mother's words grazed Mia's heart like a gentle balm, but scars ran deep. Would letting her in just create new wounds? She stole a glance at Tara, who stood nearby, eyes sparkling with hope. Tara's belief in family made Mia's heart ache with longing. That I in the silence, time felt suspended, heavy with questions and choices. I've earned my own life, Mom. The words slipped out soft yet firm. I want to show you, not just tell you. But you have to want to know all of me. I do, her mother replied urgently. I want to know everything. I want to be here for you, if you'll let me. Mia inhaled deeply, feeling the weight of that promise lift slightly. The air felt less suffocating somehow. But what did it mean to accept that offer? How could she trust when every part of her screamed to protect her heart? Okay, Mia finally whispered, a fragile determination in her voice. You can ask and I'll tell you. Just as she spoke the words, the crowd erupted around them, celebrating the unity they had envisioned. Conversations swirled, laughter erupted, and the energy felt like an embrace, offering warmth amid the uncertainty. But as Mia met her mother's eyes, there was a flicker of something deep, a shadow lurking behind those tears. What if this encounter unraveled all she had fought for? Would she emerge stronger or more vulnerable? In that moment, her decision hung in the air like a breath caught between lungs. Most importantly, Mia realized that a new chapter had begun, one filled with uncharted paths. Would this journey lead to understanding or heartbreak? As the applause faded, a lingering question settled in her mind. What was she truly ready to unveil? Mia stood in the midst of the celebration, the sound of laughter ringing in her ears like the distant chime of a bell. Her heart still echoed the weight of her conversation with her mother, a melody tangled with uncertainty. The air felt electric, but the sparks of joy felt far away, muffled by the whirlwind of her emotions. She could feel Tara's excited energy, bouncing from one person to the next, sharing Mia's triumphs. Did you hear her sing? Oh my gosh! She was incredible. Tara could interview the entire crowd. Mia wanted to smile, to let the joy wrap around her like a warm blanket, but her thoughts spiraled back to the fragile truce she had just begun with her mother. This moment was meant to be a celebration, the culmination of her hard work, and yet it felt overshadowed. While others cheered, she held a heaviness that kept her rooted to the ground. Mia. Hey. Tara's voice cut through her reverie. You alright? You seem a bit off. Mia looked up and forced a smile. Yeah, just thinking. Lots of emotions, you know. Tara nodded, concern etched on her face. I get it. But you handled everything with your mom so well. I'm so proud of you. Thanks, Mia said, her voice softer now. But what if it's too late? What if I just opened a door that will lead to more hurt? Maybe it's not about the past, maybe it's about what you want moving forward, Tara replied. You've built an amazing life for yourself, Mia. You deserve to have someone try to be part of it. Mia's heart tightened at those words. She had fought so hard to claim her independence, to fill the gaps left by her mother's absence. Could she risk it all again? Do you believe in second chances? Mia asked Tara suddenly, her voice low. Totally. But you have to see worth in it too. Just remember, you're not in this alone. Tara beamed, grabbing Mia's hand and giving it a squeeze. That simple gesture stirred something profound inside Mia. The unconditional support of her friend felt like a lifeline, a reminder of how far she had come. Whether this new chapter with her mother ended in joy or pain, perhaps it was worth sharing that journey, showing both her strength and vulnerability. Taking a deep breath, she scanned the crowd again, catching glimpses of familiar faces and hearing the laughter swirling around her. How many lives had she touched with her music? How many more could she reach if she embraced connection both with her talent and with those she loved? Just then, a voice broke through her thoughts. Mia. It was her mother. She approached, an awkward yet hopeful smile on her face. Can I talk to you again? Mia froze for a moment as energy surged through her. She caught Tara's eye, who mouthed an encouraging, go. Taking another breath, she stepped forward. Okay, let us talk. I'm ready to show you all of me. As her mother nodded, the noise seemed to fade into the background, narrowing their world down to just the two of them. Would this be a moment of healing or another step into the unknown? Mia could feel the weight of her decision looming, a threshold of potential yet to be crossed. What truths were they about to uncover together? And in the pursuit of understanding, how would it change them both? Mia took a tentative step towards her mother, her heart racing like a drum in the stillness surrounding them. The vibrant celebration faded from view, leaving only the soft hum of their shared silence. It felt surreal, both terrifying and exhilarating, knowing they were about to delve into uncharted waters. Her mother's expression shifted from awkwardness to determination. Thank you for giving me another chance, she said, her voice shaky yet earnest. I know I've missed so much and I've made mistakes. But I want to understand you, understand everything you've done. Mia's breath caught in her throat. Here it was, the opening she had both hoped and feared would come. She had spent years navigating her life without her mother, shaping her identity in the absence of that love. Could she open her heart now? I've spent a lot of time thinking about us, about how everything fell apart, Mia admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. I never wanted to leave. I was just lost. I thought it was what was best for both of us, her mother said, tears glistening in her eyes. But it wasn't, was it? A mix of hurt and compassion welled up in Mia. It wasn't. But I built my world without you, and I succeeded despite the void. The words tumbled out before she could filter them, raw and heavy. It was a truth that felt both empowering and painful. I'm proud of you, truly. I always have been, her mother replied, sincerity illuminating her face. Could you let me in now? Just a little. Mia considered the question, unsure whether she was ready. The thought felt like standing at the edge of a diving board, the water below looking inviting yet daunting. Would she plunge gracefully into the depths of potential reconciliation, or would she find herself gasping for air again? I don't know how to let you in. I haven't done that in so long, she confessed. What if you leave again? What if this just opens old wounds? Her mother stepped closer, vulnerability etched in her features. I want to leave again. I promise. I want to earn your trust. I want to be part of your life. A sob shook her voice, carrying the weight of years of regret. Mia felt a spark of hope igniting within her. Could she really allow herself to believe that change was possible? The scent of the celebration hung in the air, a reminder of joy. Maybe she could blend that joy with the chance of healing. Okay, she whispered, glancing down, then back up into her mother's hopeful eyes. Let us try. But it's going to take time. It'll be hard. I'm ready for that, her mother assured her, a tentative smile forming. Just then, laughter erupted nearby, drawing both their gazes momentarily. Tara waved enthusiastically, beckoning Mia back into the fold of celebration. It felt so different now, each laugh and cheer renewed with the possibility of connection. Mia turned back to her mother, feeling the gravity of what they'd just begun. It won't be easy to navigate all of this, she warned. I know, but I'm willing to try if you are, her mother replied, her eyes shining with hope. The music pulsed in the background, a soundtrack to their fragile beginnings. Could this reunion mark the start of something beautiful, something that could rewrite their past? As they locked eyes, Mia felt a powerful mix of hope and trepidation saturate the air around them. The stakes had never felt higher, and as she took her mother's hand, she realized they were more than just two people. They were potential authors of a new story, one of healing, understanding, and perhaps, one day, love. What challenges awaited them on this path of reconstruction? And would they both be ready to weather the storms that might rise along the way? Mia stood at the edge of a new dawn, fingers entwined with her mother's. The vibrant festivities around them felt like echoes from another world. She could still hear the laughter, but now it was a backdrop to their fragile moment. The warmth of the sun had shifted as if it too sensed the weight of their reconciliation. Her mother broke the silence, her voice trembling. What do we do now? Mia looked around, a mix of anxiety and determination burning in her chest. She had dreamed of this moment yet had no blueprint for what came next. She needed space to process her emotions and wanted to extend that to her mother as well. Maybe we could start with small things, she suggested. Like, coffee. Just us. Her mother's smile brightened, revealing the longing that had been buried for so long. I'd love that. They began walking toward a little cafe nestled in the corner of the park. As they strolled, they exchanged hesitant glances, measuring the depth of their new connection. The moment they settled into a small booth, the reality of their situation began to sink in. Sipping their drinks, a shy silence enveloped them. Mia could feel the stakes rising. On one hand, she felt the ache of her past, on the other, the promise of a future. Could she truly allow herself to embrace this? So, what have you been up to all these years? Her mother finally asked, her tone hopeful. Mia hesitated, searching for words that wouldn't sting. I've been busy school, work. I play piano on weekends. She felt a strange pride in sharing this part of her life, a thread of connection to what they once had, yet so different from that lost girl who had longed for her mother's presence. Piano. You've always had a gift for it, her mother responded, her eyes twinkling with admiration. I remember the way you used to play, how you'd lose yourself in the music. A profound silence fell between them, thick with unspoken emotions. Mia could see the spark of recognition in her mother's face, the realization of what she somehow missed out on. It helps sometimes, Mia said softly. It's my escape, you know. I'm sorry I wasn't there to hear you, her mother murmured, regret lacing her words. I never thought, Mom. Mia cut in, holding up her hand. I don't want to drown in the past. It's painful. They shared a look, one that spoke volumes about loss and yearning. Let's talk about today, Mia suggested, changing gears. What do you want from me? From us? Her mother took a deep breath. Honestly, I just want to be part of your life. I want to be there for you, to support you. The weight of her words hung in the air. Mia wanted to believe her, but the shadows of doubt lingered. Would this be yet another promise that would falter? The cafe door chimed as new customers entered, their chatter breaking the heavy air. Mia's heart raced at the thought of stepping back into a busy life that included her mother. If they were to go forward together, would they weather the storms that lay ahead? Can we try music together? Her mother asked suddenly, like a lifeline thrown into uncertain waters. I could learn, it could be our thing. Mia blinked, the idea caught her off guard. Could music become a bridge? She pictured them sitting at the piano, the notes weaving through their hesitations and fears. Maybe, she said, her heartbeat quickening as the possibilities unfolded in her mind. As they both smiled, a tremor of hope stirred within Mia. Could they truly rewrite their narrative, harmonize their lives in tune with one another? Just then, Tara called out from across the room, eyes alight. Hey Mia. Are you coming back over? We're about to do karaoke. The idea of singing alongside friends sparked something within Mia. Laughter and music, after all, were the lifeblood of reconnection. But would she be ready to share this moment with her mother in front of everyone? As she glanced back at her mother, an unspoken challenge hung in the air. Could they blend their worlds all at once, or would that prove too overwhelming? With her heart racing, Mia weighed her choices. Dive back into the crowd or remain with her mother and explore their fragile new beginnings. Mia's fingers drummed nervously on the table, her mind swirling with thoughts. Tara's voice, so vibrant and carefree, collided with the quieter, deeper feelings churning within her. Her friends were waiting, excited and ready to revel in the moment. But jumping into karaoke felt like diving into an ocean without checking the depth first. Her mother's gaze flickered between her and the jubilant crowd, hinting at her own hesitations. Mia, it's okay if you want to join them, she said, her voice a soft whisper. I can wait here, maybe practice a bit on my own. No, Mia said instantly, shaking her head. I don't want to leave you. The honesty in her voice surprised Mia. Maybe it was the lingering fear that had clenched her heart, or the flashes of the past still haunting her. Whatever it was, the prospect of going back out there felt daunting. "Let us go together," she suggested, a mix of courage and doubt spilling into her words. "I mean, it could be fun, right?" Her mother's eyes lit up, a mirror to Mia's own flickering hope. "Yeah, let us give it a try. I'd love to sing." As they rose from their seats, Mia felt the weight of her decision, a choice between familiarity and growth. The cafe felt both stable and precarious, much like their relationship. With hesitant steps, they made their way toward Tara and the small stage adorned with a neon sign that promised a memorable evening. In a moment of spontaneity, Tara gave them a warm smile. "You two look ready to steal the show." She cheered, her excitement palpable. The atmosphere was alive with chatter, laughter, and the occasional spurt of lyrics as friends took the spotlight. Mia's heart danced with anticipation and anxiety. Could this be the start of a new chapter? As they gathered near the stage, she felt her mother's hand brush against hers, intertwining their fingers for a moment before loosening into the shared space of bravery. "Any idea what you want to sing?" her mother asked, the question hanging in the air like a musical note waiting to be struck. "Maybe something classic?" Mia suggested, her mind racing through possibilities. "Something we can both get into, like Lean on Me." Her mother nodded enthusiastically, the glimmer in her eyes a spark she wanted to hold on to. "I love that one. Let us do it." The crowd responded with encouraging cheers as they stepped forward, the mic feeling foreign in Mia's grasp. She had shared stages before, but now it felt different, raw and almost sacred. She glanced at her mother, her heart a mix of nerves and thrill. They took their places in front of the mic, and the melody washed over them as the track started. With the first notes ringing out, Mia found her own voice blending seamlessly with her mother's. Each lyric became a thread binding them closer. Mia saw doubts in her mother's eyes fade as they harmonized, laughter bubbling up between verses. But just as they reached the bridge, a familiar face appeared in the crowd, a boy from school who had always been in the background, someone she had never acknowledged. Jason, with his skeptical look, stood at the edge, arms crossed. Mia felt a wave of anxiety crash over her. Was he here to judge? To remind her of everything she had been afraid to confront? Her voice faltered, nearly breaking the spell they had woven. "Mia, breathe," her mother whispered softly, giving her a reassuring smile, grounding her once more amidst the chaos of emotions. With a deep breath, Mia pushed through the moment, her voice carried by her mother's steady presence. They finished the song, the final notes lingering as applause broke like sunlight through clouds. Although the applause faded, the encounter with Jason felt heavier than ever. As they stepped off the stage, exhilaration mixed with dread. Would he share what he had seen? Would the whispers follow her? "Hey," Tara nudged Mia gently, excitement uncontainable in her voice. "That was amazing. You two have great chemistry." But Mia's mind was already swirling with questions. There was a tipping point approaching, and she felt it deep in her bones. How would she navigate this new world, one illuminated with possibilities but shadowed by doubt? "Did you see Jason?" Mia whispered to her mother, her heart racing again. Her mother nodded, concern softening her features. "We can talk about it later." But Mia knew the conversation was unavoidable. As they made their way back to the booth, she felt that flicker of hope dim slightly. Could they truly move forward? Or were the shadows of the past going to creep back into their lives when they least expected it? With her heart still pounding, Mia pondered how much of her world she could embrace, and how much she was brave enough to share. The night was still young, and somewhere along the line, the real test would emerge. Could she face Jason again, or would she retreat like she always had? As Mia settled back into the booth, she tried to shake off the lingering unease Jason's presence stirred within her. Excitement buzzed through the cafe, but all Mia could think about was the weight of his gaze. It felt invasive, like a spotlight in a room filled with shadows. Her mother noticed her distraction, leaning in closer. "You did great up there," she said, breaking the tension with real warmth. Mia felt a smile creeping onto her face, but her thoughts were still tangled. "Thanks, but what now? What if he tells everyone? What if they laugh?" The words tumbled out before she could stop them. "Mia, you can't control what others think. You only have power over your actions and your response," her mother replied gently, warmth clashing with the uncertainty in Mia's heart. Mia nodded, though the echo of her mother's words felt distant. Instead, her mind was racing. This wasn't just about a song anymore. Jason had seen her break that shield she'd held for so long. What if he spread the word about the new Mia, the one who dared to sing, to be vulnerable? Suddenly, the vibrant conversation from Tara and the others morphed into background noise. All she wanted to do was crawl into her shell, but she had just sung with her mother, and that was a step forward, wasn't it? Mia looked down at the table, the wood grain contrasting sharply with the swirl of emotions inside her. "Hey, can we talk about something?" Tara chimed in, breaking into Mia's thoughts. "I heard you two sing, and it was amazing. Like, you should totally do it again sometime." Her enthusiasm glowed, turning the air around them electric. "How about next time we do a duet?" Mia replied, not fully committing but at least wanting to keep that bridge open. Tara cheered, her excitement infectious, but Mia's heart remained caught in turmoil. A sudden commotion drew her attention to the entrance of the cafe. A group of familiar students filed in, their laughter spilling across the room. Among them was Jason. He glanced around, his gaze landed on Mia just for a second, and she felt her stomach drop. Did he see her? Did he know she was already so exposed? "Hey, is everything all right?" Tara asked, noticing Mia's pale face. "Yeah, just thinking. About the song." Tara pressed, eyebrows raised. "Something like that." Her mother reached over to squeeze her hand, a grounding gesture that reminded Mia she wasn't alone in this tumult. But with every passing moment, Mia felt the pull growing stronger. Tara was right. They had shared a spotlight, something that had felt freeing yet terrifying. It was time to decide what she would do next. As the group settled into a corner booth, Jason's laughter rang out like an unwanted bell. It twisted in Mia's chest, stoking the fire of anxiety. She thought briefly about what she'd like to say to him if she had the courage. Did she harbor resentment? A desire for understanding? "Mia," her mother said softly, snapping her moment of reflection. "Whatever choices you make tonight, just know you can stand strong. You're growing." Mia could only nod, caught between the level of support her mother offered and her own spiraling thoughts. She felt like a leaf on a turbulent river, swept away into uncertainty. The crowd shifted, and suddenly it was Jason who stood up, making his way to their table. Mia's breath caught in her throat. "Mia," he said, voice low enough to escape the buzz, "can we talk?" Time stood still as everyone around them became a blur, her heart pounding in her ears like a song in crescendo. The moment she dreaded was happening. Would this be the confrontation she feared, or could it be something else entirely, a chance to finally reveal her true self? Her palms grew clammy, and she looked at her mother for reassurance. The exchange of glances filled with unspoken words drifted between them. As she nodded slowly, her body betraying her racing heart, Mia had to wonder, was she ready to face the truth Jason brought with him? Or would this moment unravel everything they started to build? Mia took a breath, steadying herself as Jason approached. It felt like standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind swirling with uncertainty. Everyone else faded into the background, it was just her and Jason. "Can we talk?" he said again, this time with a hint of urgency. The way he looked at her was both familiar and unsettling. She had spent years painstakingly building her walls, but here was this boy, daring to breach them. "Sure," she managed, her voice a thin whisper that felt heavier than it should. She gestured toward a quieter corner, needing to escape the electric buzz surrounding her. As they settled away from curious eyes, Mia's heart thundered in her ears. Listen, I just wanted to say. I didn't expect you to perform like that. You were incredible. The compliment surprised her. Thanks, she said, feeling the praise settle in her chest like warm sunshine breaking through a cloudy day. But, he stumbled, glancing away, everyone's talking about how you came out of nowhere. The word stung like a sharp stone. She had been afraid of this, fear leaking through her carefully constructed defenses. What does that mean? She asked, trying to keep her voice steady. I mean, we've known each other for years, and I didn't know you could do that. You've always been quiet, he said softly. There was no malice, no hint of mockery, just genuine confusion. I guess I always felt invisible, she replied, her voice cracking slightly. But I'm trying to change that. Jason tilted his head, a flash of understanding crossing his face. I get that. But if you're ready to show this side of yourself, there's no need to hide. Your story matters, Mia. You matter. The sincerity in his voice struck a chord deep within her, unraveling some of the fear that had clung to her tightly. For so long, she had thought others wouldn't care if she was seen. But here was Jason, someone she had shared years of silence with, speaking words of validation as if they were an invitation to step into the light. Thanks for saying that, she said, her heart warming to the possibility of acceptance. It's just been hard. Don't let the past define you, he said, his tone reassuring. You're not the same girl from before. You are so much more than that. Everyone saw tonight what's hiding underneath. Mia swallowed hard, the tears prickling her eyes again. Could she really believe that? She thought of Tara, her mother, the Shelter family, and now Jason. Maybe she could let them in, beginning with this moment. She nodded, her voice stronger now. I want to keep going. I want to share my music, my life, but I can't do it alone. Jason took a step closer. You won't have to. We're all here for you. And the more you show your true self, the more people are going to support you. You've got this. Encouraged, Mia felt the weight on her shoulders lift just a little. Maybe this path of revelation wouldn't be so daunting after all. Just as she started to smile, Jason added, oh, and also you seriously need to do karaoke more often. The world needs to hear that voice. A chuckle slipped from her lips, her laughter easing the tension. Maybe I will, she said, an ember of excitement flickering to life. As they talked, sipping on their drinks, laughter carried through the air, igniting connections all around them. She spotted her mother watching from afar, pride shimmering in her eyes. Tara waved enthusiastically as she sang with others, clearly in her element. I think my friends are waiting for me, Jason said, glancing back. But I just wanted you to know whatever comes next, I've got your back. Thanks, Jason. That means a lot. As he stepped away, Mia felt a wave of relief wash over her. This moment was a turning point, a soft awakening within her. Back at the booth with her mother, she felt a renewed strength sprouting within her. I talked with Jason. He said I shouldn't let the past define me, she shared, her heart swelling with the willingness to embrace her truth. Good, her mother whispered, a warm smile spreading across her face. He sounds like a good friend. Mia nodded, leaning back in her seat. Can we talk about music? She asked shyly, the slight tremor in her voice fading. Absolutely, her mother replied, eyes glowing with excitement. I want to learn how to connect through that. With you. As laughter bubbled around them and Tara returned with her friends, Mia felt the vibrant energy of acceptance wash over her. No longer just Mia the girl from a shelter or the one who felt invisible, she was Mia, the musician, the daughter, and the friend. For the first time in a long time, hope glimmered brightly. She felt lighter, allowing her heart to dream. Maybe together, they could compose new verses, one where healing and love intertwined in the melody of their lives. This was at the moment to step forward and embrace transformation, not just for her, but for her mother too. And nestled in that spirit of hope, Mia realized that everyone around her truly wanted her to succeed. The night was still alive with possibilities. With courage blooming in her heart, Mia lifted her gaze and met her mother's, feeling connection stir between them like music taking flight. This was the start of their story, a duet that could echo in harmony through every high and low. As they dove into conversations about chords and melodies, laughter filled the air, filling the gaps left by the past with promises for the future. Mia knew she had learned to stand tall, stronger in her truth than ever before. And as the evening wound on, each note they explored felt like taking a step toward a melody they would write together for years to come. This is the moment to show your support. You need to subscribe now to the channel so you don't miss the next exclusive stories. Leave a like now to feed the algorithm. Comment your reactions and feelings about the ending. And don't wait not even one more second to share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this transformation. Let us spread the love and inspiration together.